So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Connor, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up. Stepping
up, he's going to keep it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run with Taylor. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Going to give this time to the tailback. Break, and a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On 3rd down, Connor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right on the 30. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. There he goes left side. Touchdown, his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw. Connor. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Connor. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Continuing to fight for more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just bowling over tacklers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. And they give this time to the tailback. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Connor. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. And another tackle broken. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And just shedding him off there. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Right back to him on 1st down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Into the secondary again. And all the way down to the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. A try here for the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Connor. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Connor, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Connor. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A second broken tackle. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And now on is the field goal unit. And boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.